I'm going to give you a quick introduction to bedbugs, their life cycle, where they live, how they migrate around, and what you can do to prevent them. So first off, we'll talk a little bit about where they live. Well, bedbugs, as the name suggests, quite often are found around beds. So that's the first thing we're going to talk about. So the bed itself, the headboard, anything underneath like boxes, flat packed boxes as well, you know, cardboard boxes, things like that. Anywhere where there's a crack and crevice, including the slats, the buttons around the mattress, anywhere where there's a crack and crevice where the bedbug can lay low, hide, and get out of the way until it needs to feed again. Furniture, especially when it's close to bed, when it's close to seating, bags, luggage, carry-on luggage onto aeroplanes, hold-alls, things like that, things that don't generally get washed. And then here on a wall, so just a typical kind of bedroom wall, curtains around windows, behind the backs of photos, and when wallpaper kind of peels off a little bit, often you find them in that area as well. Quick life cycle tour. So in layman's terms, the bedbug goes from an egg to a nymph, so a small bedbug, to an adult, and there's 5 stages. So egg around 1 millimeter and it's white, then they go to about 1.5 millimeter and it looks like basically an adult bedbug, but it's 1.5 mil roughly speaking, and that's generally lighter in colour. It goes from kind of a red all the way through to the adult around 5.5 to 6 millimeters. That's kind of like a dark red, brownish colour. And there's 5 kind of cycles. So the bedbug will feed. It's a parasite, so in this case where it's feeding on us, usually feeds for between 3 and 10 minutes. It'll then go off, move away to, again, the crack and crevice. Will stay there around about 7 days, generally speaking. It will come out, feed again, feed again, feed again, feed again over several weeks, and then it'll stay as an adult for many more weeks, feeding, laying eggs. That female will lay about 5 eggs a day, generally in clusters, and this is when we can start seeing, you know, major infestations taking hold. So that's the life cycle, and we've talked about where they live, and then transporting and migrating around from place to place. We could talk about this for a long period of time, and I'll give you again a whistle stop, but people can carry them around on their clothing, in their luggage, well travel as well, like so when we're moving around the world a lot more, we're moving around the country a lot more and staying in places like hotels, hostels, other people's properties, especially if we're leaving our bags in for a period of time, the bedbug can move into that area, that crack and crevice, and then we can transport it around. We've seen a lot on a lot of problems caused by public transport, especially in other countries, but again we in this country as well, around London on the underground, on the buses where people are transient. Bedbugs can take hold, feed as well on the bus or on the tube. They can feed on you, drop off, or you can transport them into your own property or into someone else's property from there. And then furniture, this happens more often than not, where either people are taking furniture off the street or from a second-hand shop or a charity shop, or someone has given them furniture for their room or for their property. They've brought it in, they haven't known it's been infested, and then the problem then starts occurring in their property. So things what we can do to prevent and to deter it. So inspect, as daft as this seems, but when you go into a hotel room, just pull back the sheets, check there's no kind of doppling, so it looks a little bit like black mold, but that's the feces of the bed bug. So really, it's a dead giveaway. Just check really quickly on the corners of the mattress. It's not foolproof, but it'll go a long way in preventing you from sleeping in somewhere where there is the parasite. But also inspect things like Bus seats before you get on, just have a quick glance, make sure, all the cracks and crevices around the top, make sure there's nothing there that doesn't look, that could appear like a bed bug. Clean, so regular vacuuming of your mattresses, regular vacuuming underneath your beds, your furniture, especially seats. Make sure we clean that on a regular basis. And if we do have a problem, if we do find an issue, if we do see a bed bug, or we think that we're being bitten by a parasite, then seek professional assistance to treat. Now, we've covered a lot of ground in a short space of time there. There's a link in this description, sends you off to a little bit more information as well. And I hope